Two strangers walk into a room. They've never met before, but in 5 seconds, their entire world is about to shatter.
They're both 20 years old. Same height, same face, same birthday.
But here's the thing. They didn't know the other one existed.
This is the story of an experiment that science tried to bury, and what happened when these two finally met.
It started in 1980. A couple walks into an adoption agency, desperate to start a family. They were told about a baby boy who needed a home. What they weren't told would change everything.
Just 100 miles away, another couple was having the exact same conversation.
Both couples were adopting baby boys. Both babies were born on the same day because they were twins.
The adoption agency knew. The psychologists knew. But the families? They were told nothing. This was part of something bigger. A secret psychological study called the Twin Study Project.
Researchers wanted to answer the oldest question in psychology: nature versus nurture.
Are we shaped by our genes or by our environment? What if you could test this with perfect precision?
So they separated identical twins at birth, placed them in different families, and watched.
For 20 years, researchers documented everything: birthday parties, report cards, first crushes.
The families thought they were just regular check-ins. They had no idea their lives were being studied like lab rats.
Years passed. The twins grew up, completely unaware that somewhere an identical version of themselves existed.
Until their 20th birthday. That's when the researchers decided it was time.
Each twin received a call.
Hello?
We have some information about your adoption. Can you come in?
Neither twin knew what was waiting for them. Neither could have possibly imagined.
They arrived at the research center within minutes of each other. This was the moment 2 decades in the making.
The door opened. They saw each other for the first time. And everything stopped.
Imagine looking at someone and seeing your own face looking back. Not a mirror, a person. One of the twins later said, "It was like meeting myself from an alternate universe."
Then they started comparing notes, and that's when things got really weird.
Same favorite color, same favorite food, same habit of cracking their knuckles exactly the same way. Both had dogs named Max. Both played baseball in high school. Both wanted to be architects. Here's the thing that made even the scientists question reality. They had dated women with the same first name.
Same brand of toothpaste. Same way of folding towels. Same nervous laugh when uncomfortable.
The researchers documented over 200 matching behaviors, preferences, and life choices. So what does this mean? If twins separated at birth live identical lives, are we just programmed? Is free will an illusion? Or is there something these studies can't measure? For the twins, the discovery was overwhelming. They'd each spent 20 years feeling like something was missing. Now suddenly, that feeling had a face, a name, a reason why they'd always felt incomplete.
That was you? But as they learned more about the study, anger started to replace wonder.
The researchers had deliberately separated them. Their whole lives had been an experiment. Every milestone, every choice, every moment, it was all being recorded and analyzed without their knowledge or consent. The lead researcher defended the study. He claimed it was groundbreaking science that would help humanity. But here's the question nobody could answer. Did the ends justify the means?
And it gets worse. The twins weren't alone. Researchers had separated multiple sets of twins for this study.
Some of those twins developed serious mental health issues, depression, anxiety, a feeling they could never explain. Until they learned the truth, they blamed themselves. They thought something was wrong with them. But it wasn't something wrong with them. It was the absence of someone who was supposed to be there.
After the story went public, people demanded answers. The research institution was forced to respond.
But here's the thing, they still won't release all the data. To this day, parts of the study remain classified.
Why? What could possibly be so sensitive that they need to keep it secret decades later?
Some researchers claim there were findings so controversial, releasing them would be too dangerous.
This can't be released.
Others think it's simpler. The truth would expose how ethically wrong the whole thing was.
For the twins, though, none of this political debate mattered. They had each other now, and they weren't letting go.
They started rebuilding what was stolen from them. 20 years of birthday calls, holidays, just being brothers.
But they'll never get those 20 years back. That's the part that still haunts them. Their story became the most famous case. But similar studies happened around the world for decades.
The most extensive was the Minnesota Twin Study, which tracked over 100 pairs of twins separated at birth.
The findings were incredible. Twins separated at birth showed stunning similarities in personality, intelligence, and even physical gestures. The research showed that genetics play a much bigger role in who we are than anyone previously thought.
But it also proved that environment matters. The twins weren't completely identical. Their experiences shaped them too. So what's the answer? Are we products of our genes or our environment? The truth is, both.
We're born with a blueprint, but life writes the details. And that makes every person's story unique.
But here's what we can't forget. This knowledge came at an unacceptable cost.
Families were deceived. Children were used as experiments. Trust was violated at the most fundamental level. Today, this kind of research would be illegal. It violates every ethical standard we have.
But the twins who lived through these studies, they're still dealing with the aftermath. As for the twins we followed, they're still making up for lost time.
Think about your own life. The traits you inherited. The experiences that shaped you. We're all experiments in a way. Combinations of genetics and circumstance that will never be repeated. The twins raised apart taught us something profound. We're both bound by biology and freed by choice. They lost 20 years, but they found something else. Proof that connection runs deeper than memory. So what about you? Which parts of who you are came written in your DNA? And which parts did you choose? Thanks for watching. Remember, science explores what we are. Humanity defines who we choose to be.